It's your boy, Jeff Jones.
You know who it is. It's the one and only upset specialist in the house, Thomas Boykin.
Yeah. Always and forever. Mr. Tennessee Balls, man, Mr. Mike Jones.
And this is 234 Sports Talk. Man, I can't even talk tonight. This is 234 Sports Talk. Fellas, let's talk about it. Let's talk
get at
about
it.
it.
Let's get at it.
Game 3, Boston Celtics, Dallas Mavericks last night. Fellas, I thought that this would be the game where Dallas would show up and make this a series. But last night they lost or fell short 106-99. And now they're behind the 8 ball, 3 games to none. And we know that no team has ever come back being down 3 games to none. 156-0. 156 teams have won the title. 0 have ever come back after being down 3 games to 1. Fellas, as we look at this series, what's your thoughts, first of all, on last night's game?
Man, first off, that game wasn't even supposed to be close. Boston has a tendency of blowing big leads because they fall in love with the threes. When they're making them through 3 quarters, they fall in love with it. They start jacking it. Then in the 4th quarter, when it's not falling, like happened last night, and Dallas goes on a 20-7 run, now they back in the ball game. You can't, as a coach, if it's me coaching, I tell them this. Once I see the first couple ain't dropping, I don't want to see another jump shot come out your hand. Period. Don't want to see another one. I want to see everything at the basket. I want to see everything attacking the basket. It's just the way it is, because now you're giving somebody hope, and it just what happens. They messed around, and Luka fouled out with 4 minutes left in the game. Now, you talking about your major piece fouling out. However, I'm going to talk about him too, trust me. Because that dude there, the way Boston is playing him is frustrating the crap out of him. I'm telling you. I told Mike Jones this when we talked earlier. How you defend Luka is you have to be physical. You can't let him get any breathing space. When they decide to run pick and roll, it's got to be physical, and the switcher has to switch completely so he doesn't get a clean look. Boston is doing exactly that. And now he's getting frustrated. This dude scored 27 points last night, but he took 27 shots in the process to do it. Yes. He took 27 shots in the process. So that equivalates to 1 point a shot, which means he didn't shoot too good. Whereas Kyrie, and I give him his credit, and it's rare that I give Kyrie credit, Kyrie was cooking last night. Kyrie was absolutely destroying everybody they put in front of him. Didn't matter. Kyrie was having his way. He was getting to the free throw line. He was getting in the paint. He was knocking down threes. He was crossing people over. This dude was on a burner last night, I'm telling you. He was on a straight burner. And Luka kept the ball out his hand. Why? Part of team basketball. The golden rule, and Mike Jones knows this, and you probably know this too, Jeff. The golden rule with basketball is you never take the ball out the hot man's hand. You don't never take the ball out his hand, because you don't know when he's going to cool off. So what you got to do, ride the wave while he rides. Come on, man. That's golden rule of basketball. If you don't know that, you don't need to play in basketball, because it's an ultimate team sport. But the Mavericks wound up putting in a valiant effort. They came up short. Boston is up 3-0, even with Porzingis out, which I told Mike Jones Porzingis was the key to this. In games 1 and 2, Porzingis was the key to this, because now you can't cheat. But here's the kicker. And this is what's going to be the ultimate kick. What we saw in game 3 and probably game 2 is that Luka Doncic does not play defense. Period. His defensive capability is trash. You fouled out trying to draw a charge from a guy 45 feet away from the basket. Come on, man. You use your if you're supposed to be this stud of a player, you got to understand with 5 fouls, I can't chance taking contact. Not at minimal contact at that. Come on, man. My team needs me. I got to show up. They might need me to score a bucket. I might be kid scoring a bucket. But you foul out 40 feet from the basket? Come on. And then looking at the referee like challenging and looking at the players looking at his coach on the bench talking about challenging. I'm like, dude, challenge what? It's a foul. Come on, man. Get in the game, man. Get your head in the game. Stop crying. Like I've been saying, he got away with crying playing Minnesota. He ain't getting away with crying playing basketball. Stop crying, play basketball. Make the adjustment. If they're not calling it, okay, cool. Make the adjustment. Put it in a place where they have to make a call. That's what all-stars do. That's what Jordan did. That's what Kobe did. That's what LeBron does, even though a lot of times LeBron don't get the call, but he puts himself in a position where they either you're going to make the call or you're not. So this whole thing has just been like, dude, stop crying, play basketball. What you got on it, MJ?
Wow, yeah. I didn't laugh, man. You saw my Luka, man, and his defense. You know, they be right. But at the end of the day, like you said, game 3. See, Luka called out some of his teammates after game 2. And I think inadvertently, and I don't know if inadvertently or it was direct that he called out Kyrie Irving. We sit up here, we trying to win this check, we trying to win this chip. And you know where to be found. Man, he was nowhere to be found in game 2. Nowhere to be found. I don't even understand. Well, it was only game 2 long, game 3. So he did come out. He played a well of a game. So when I look at what's going on with Dallas Mavericks right now, it don't take me too far back from last year when they didn't have chemistry. There seems like there is no chemistry between these two teams. I mean, these two players. You know, what did people say last year? Well, they gotta say they acquired Kyrie mid-season, whatnot, and they just gotta get to know each other. They gotta fundamentally know where each one wants the ball, whatnot. This is what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing this like Kyrie just popped up on the team. One is hot, one is cold, one is cold, one is hot. Thing is, that's not how you win championships when you're playing in the NBA Finals. And you got to sit up here and you got to think, man, there is nobody else really stepping up on that team.
No.
For Dallas.
No.
I just don't see it. Whether you taking charges, where you seeing you being aggressive, whatever you're doing, I'm not seeing it on Dallas' particular side of the ball. Now, speaking with Boston, you know, we talked about this last season, right before or right after the season. We thought Boston was going to lose a lot. Thomas, we talked about this today. We thought Boston was going to lose a lot on the defensive side of the ball. We really thought this. Yeah, we talked about it. We thought Boston was not going to couldn't stop nobody. Guess what? They're stopping people. Guess what? They're scoring at a high rate. Guess what? It's a risk when you do stuff like that. Boston took a risk, and it's paying off right now. And it's paying off right now. It's paying off in the playoff. It's paying off against, Dallas. I never thought that Boston would have a defensive mechanism to be able to stop one of the best players, one of the best point guards. Luka, one of the best shooting guards, whatever he is, man. Never thought that could happen. That's defense. The very thing that we thought Boston was going to lack going into the season. And guess what? They've capitalized on everything that we thought they wasn't going to be, and they're doing more. They neutralize everything. And I am amazed. I'm very amazed. I just didn't think Boston had it in. I thought Boston would had a chance to play, be a champion. Them cats, them young pups, they're older cats now. They understand the playoff. They understand, what it takes to be physical now. Like Thomas said, talk about being physical in the playoffs. You got to be physical. Boston is being physical in the playoffs. They being a dog. You run to the hole, they kind of letting, listen, they letting the game kind of say, Bill, look physical. You come to that hole, you're going to get the elbow. Like Thomas said, you sit up there and you just cloud, Luka, cloud him. Just be all up in his face. Like Gary Payton was. Be all up in his grill. He can't do nothing. He can't shoot. Like Thomas said, you take away Luke, let everybody else sit and do their thing. But then guess what? If you got this other player that can actually shut down Kyrie, championship is over. Boston wins this.
Well,
I'm gonna say in 5. I don't know. What you think?
Mike Jones. Last night, and Thomas was talking about this. Last night, Kyrie, I was looking. Sometimes I sit there and I'm talking to the TV. They came out cooking. I'm talking about when you look at Dallas, I'm like, okay, Dallas is showing up now. Dallas came out, Dallas was scoring. Luka was going, and then Luka just started like missing shots, and he started doing too much. It's like, man, he was just, to me, I'm like, man, you don't need to do 10 moves to shoot the shot. And it seemed like he was doing too much. Like he'd have open look and he wouldn't do it. He'd give another fake. By then, the man is on him now. And I'm looking, and Kyrie is, you talked about it, Thomas. Kyrie is cooking. The man is on fire. And I'm sitting there like, man, give Kyrie the ball. Give Kyrie the ball. Why is the ball in Luka's hands? And I don't know, if Kyrie could have won this game. Maybe he could have. But at the same time, I think that they need to let the ball go through Kyrie. What do you guys think about that rather than Luka? Kyrie should be the first option.
I think you're right. I think your point guard is supposed to be the guy bringing the ball up in the first place. That's his job. His job is to run.
Absolutely, Thomas. Yeah, yes, sir.
His job is to run the system that you're running. That's his job. Luka, on the other hand, is looking to be, in my book, he's looking to be a glory hound. Look what I did. Look what I did. Not what the team is doing. Because right now, if you look at what the body of work they're doing, Dallas is outmanned 5-2. Because at every position in Boston, every guy in Boston can score the basketball. Now you can't cheat and sag off and play saggy defense on guys because all 5 guys can score the ball. Case in point, they picked out a weak link. They figured, well, Luka can take this guy because he's not that great a scorer. He dropped 4 3-pointers on his head. Every guy on the Celtics squad can hit shots. Whereas if you limit the alley-oops, the penetrations, the penetrating kicks, Luka's game kind of gets minimized. And Boston is exposing that. So if you ask me, yeah, the ball should be running through Kyrie all times. And let Luka come off screens or whatever he does. But Kyrie needs to have the ball in his hands.
What you think about that, Mike Jones?
Yeah, I agree, man. Like me and Tom, man, we definitely gonna agree on the basketball standpoint where the ball's supposed to come through. My only thing is this. So when you got traditionally, yeah, you look at the point guard is supposed to handle the rock. But here's the deal, man. You gotta look at matchups. You gotta be able to expose matchup. So you remember back with the Knicks, I can't think of my boy, can't think of his name, but you had a power forward that was bringing the ball to the court sometime. And so he it was
Anthony
about
Mason.
mismatch. Oh yeah, Anthony Mason. Yeah, Anthony Mason. So sometimes, you look at the thing about it is what Dallas is doing, it's only two people that is capable of handling the ball. And if you can key in, it's five guys that's supposed to play on offense, and you're a defense. You got to sit up there and say, okay, all I got to deal with is two people. I take my chances on two people. I can neutralize one and maybe sit. And the thing about it is, like you guys said, Kyrie had an awesome game, but I still keep going back with Thomas said. I keep giving Thomas some praises, man, because he called us out before. Let Luka do his thing, but guess what? If Luka is not doing his thing, you let Kyrie do his thing. And guess what? They gotta have each other. And if you haven't got each other, then guess what? We are 3-0 right now. We talking about this game that's gonna be settled in 4 games. If both of them two dudes get going, and they gotta have just extra person. That was talking about this big three thing. PJ Washington. Somebody else has got to step up in this ball game. Somebody else got to step up, but they got to have those two to sit and get rolling. And if one is on and one is off, that is not a winning formula for the Dallas Mavericks.
And that's the issue.
The biggest thing, like you get ready to say, the biggest thing is both of those guys got to be on the same page for that to work.
Yeah.
Fellas, I think one of the biggest problems too with those guys is they not getting no help from their supporting cast. These guys, real, the supporting cast is, I mean, PJ Washington had 13 points last night, but when you look at Jones, 2 points. You look at Gafford, 6 points.
Exactly.
I mean, you look at Lively had 11. And then you look at Green,
who you
he
say?
had 3.
Lively.
Oh. And then you look at Green. I mean, and then they had Tim Hardaway Jr. We didn't even know where he was at.
Where is he?
He was last. He's with Dallas. There was a Tim Hardaway Jr. sighting, and he scored 0 points in 19 minutes.
Okay, well, hey Jeff, hold on, Tom. Where is he on the depth chart with this thing?
He's not real close. I can tell you that. He's probably in the top 9, probably.
Fellas, look at this. When I saw Tim Hardaway Jr. come in the game last night, I knew that it was over for Dallas. I knew that it was over, fellas. I knew that it was over. Because when you get a guy that you don't even know if he was still on the team, and he come in the game, man, fellas, that tell you right there, man, they had nothing. They had nothing.
They had nothing.
They had nothing, man.
They stuck. Number one, this goes back to, like I was telling Mike Jones earlier when I was talking about defending Dallas. If you stop people from collapsing on Luka, which create lobs for your secondary scorers to catch the lobs and the alley-oops and all that stuff, now you don't see them doing all that. They stopping all that. They're like, now we're not collapsing on Luka and giving him passing lanes. We're going to let Luka shoot because 9 times out of 10, Luka's not making it.
Yeah, hey, so Thomas, Coach Boykins, let me ask you this. So when you talking about collapsing, so when Luka get the ball, are you talking about most teams drop back into coverage, or do they need to bring pressure towards him?
No, if you watch, say for example, go back and look at the Minnesota series. Every time Luka penetrated, two guys came from the side to collapse on the side, which opens up what? Lobs, wide open corner shots. And that's what they was killing them with. So that's why I was like, Minnesota, what are you doing? Stay the course.
So what you're saying is you play Luka man up and you play him
Yeah,
face guard
I
him.
play the whole team man to man. I play the whole team man to man because you only got 2 scores. You only got
but you can't play Kyrie man to man.
Huh?
You can't play Kyrie man to man.
I play Kyrie man to man.
Boston can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Boston has Brown and Boston has Drew Holiday. They can go man to man with them.
They can go man. They absolutely can go man to man with them. The problem, what they're finding out is, yeah, Kyrie can be on a cooker, but Luka's not gonna let him stay on the cooker because Luka's gonna be too busy being jealous of him being on the cooker and he's not cooking.
So you think Luka, regardless of winning, you think that he's more about trying to get his touches?
Absolutely. Dude, listen. If I'm Luka Doncic and I'm looking at Kyrie do what he's doing, I'm at all costs I'm giving Kyrie the ball. At all costs, I'm giving Kyrie the ball. If I gotta run screens, I'll run screens. If I gotta run high picks, I'll run high picks. I'm gonna keep that guy flowing some kind of way. But when you don't have that mindset, it's all about me. I'm gonna get my touches. When I get this, I'm gonna shoot this shot. Mind you, your guy over here on a burner, and you not, but you gonna jack the ball anyway. That's like John Starks shooting New York out of the Houston series going 1 for 15. Why you gonna keep shooting the ball? Why you gonna keep shooting the ball?
Hey, he was Starks,
man. That's basketball 101.
Hey, Tom. On the cool. Hey, let's bump this brace a little bit. Now, I don't think Lucas is John Starks type dude.
Oh, he had it last night. He was playing like John Starks last night.
I just think Luka is most of the time when Luka do shoot, he do hit. But I agree with you, Tom. What you're saying is, I agree with what you're saying. When you got a hot player, and we know this as basketball players, you keep feeding a hot hand. But what if you got 2 hot hands? What if that pass to Luka would have got him set off?
You got 3 other players to run screens on both sides. What? You trying to tell me you got 3 players? You got 3 guys that don't know how to set a pick? Come on, man. This is basketball 101. This stuff is not hard to do. They're making this game like chess and it's checkers.
And then also, Tom, well, guess what? Also, Jeff, I'm sitting bringing up this ball game. It was in Dallas, correct?
Yes, sir. This game was in Dallas.
Home court advantage. You got the home crowd sitting up there, and you drop the ball.
Now you get ready to get swept because I'm picking Boston to sweep them.
The broom about to come out, fellas. I hope y'all know the janitor getting the broom ready.
Oh yeah, they tightening them up. They tightening them up tonight.
Sandman.
Tightening them up tonight.
Hey,
you fellas, the broom coming out.
Do you fellas remember Showtime at the Apollo?
Yep.
Sandman about to come out and sweep these cats off their own floor.
That's right.
Hey, Jeff, when is the broom coming out?
The broom coming out the next game.
Game
4. The broom is coming out.
It's not.
The broom coming out, Mike.
Dude.
Can you hear it? I hear it right now.
They played Boston. They played Dallas without Porzingis and had a 21-point lead with Porzingis not even playing in street clothes. They are going to get Dallas is going to get blown out this next game. They're going to get blown out.
Hey, where is it? This game going to be in Dallas, right?
In Dallas. They are going to get blown out at home.
Nah, I think this game is going to go one more game, and I think Boston is going to win this game. I mean, if Dallas win this game right here, does this swing back to Boston?
Yep. No.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got to see if the vote is 2-3-2 or is it 2-1-1?
It's 2-2-1-1-1. 2-2-1-1-1.
So the championship is going to be won in Boston.
The championship going to be gonna be one in Dallas. I
Yep.
have to disagree, my brother.
Yep. I agree
Tomorrow
wholeheartedly.
at 7:30.
It's they going fishing after tomorrow night. They going fish.
Yeah, I hope they got their fishing. I hope they got their fishing license.
Yeah, boy.
Guys, you guys are wrong. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, boy. Because if you think about every time Kyrie is on a cooker in a playoff series, what does he do the game after he comes off a cooker?
What?
He don't shoot too well. He showed you that when he was with Brooklyn and they played Boston last a couple years back.
Okay.
He told you that.
Let me ask you guys this question. So, do you think what Boston went through with the head coaching change and they're releasing players, do you think this is what it took? And can other teams sit and use this as a pattern to sit up there and get their team to be like what the Boston Celtics are?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. The team that was supposed to battle Boston hit the injury bug at the wrong time of the season.
Come on.
The team that was supposed to battle them was the New York Knicks. All day, every day. Because they were going to bring the physicality and they had the scores to match it.
Wow. I kind of halfway agree with you, Thomas. I agree with you. I don't think
Indiana had a great year, but they wasn't ready for a Boston Celtics squad. New York was ready for Boston.
I don't think Boston. I think like that very first series game that they played. I just think Boston just wasn't into it. And the thing about what Boston is, man, they've been building this unit for a few years now.
Yeah, for years.
You know, and this is what, listen, guys, I hate to sit and bring up some other teams that's on the West Coast. This is how you build an organization and building a championship, and you probably can win. Boston might can win this. If they win it, they might can win the next year. But there's the other team on the opposite side down there in LA to sit up there, and they don't think that that's how they do it.
Well, what? Go ahead, Jeff.
Let me ask you guys this. What can Dallas do, if anything? And I don't think they can do anything. But what can Dallas do, if anything, to win Game 4?
Dallas has to match Boston's physicality. And they're not built like that. They're not built to be physical. They haven't been physical all year. Heck, Minnesota was supposed to be physical with them. Minnesota fell in love with the threes. They're supposed to be punishing these guys in the box with Cat and Rudy Gobert. But that's a horse of another color. But they have to match Boston's physicality on defense. Right now, they're not matching their physicality on defense. And the catalyst, believe it or not, and I've been saying this forever and ever, and I'm going to keep saying it forever and ever, the catalyst for this thing for Boston to go is Devin Brown. All day, every day.
Who's Devin Brown, sir?
I mean, what's his name? Brown from Boston.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. He's the guy that's making this thing work. It ain't Tatum that's making this thing work.
All right. So here's the deal, Jeff, with this, man. I think Boston is too big. They have too much length.
That too.
I don't think that Dallas, like I said, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, man, there's some tall dudes, man. And then even White, I don't know how tall White is, but he seemed like, man, the way he dunk at ease, it seemed like he probably got some height too. Then which he's not gonna be playing for Porzingis, whatever his name is. You know, he's not gonna be playing, but For me to think that what Dallas got to do to win this game, I think both players, both superstars got to be on, and then they need that extra score, and they got to be able to defend the perimeter.
That, my friend, is what, not so much score. They got to defend. If they don't defend, they are going to get swept.
Mm-hmm. So, Jeff, it's about defense. It's about defense, honestly.
It's all about defense. With Dallas, for them to win, they got to be able to put clamps on Tatum and at least Brown. And they ain't been able to show the ability to do that.
What you think about it, Jeff?
Well, I don't think they got a remedy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think I agree with you. I agree with you both on what you said. It's gonna take their defense to show up, because to me, I mean, they had times where they played some good defense, but then it's a lot of times where their defense just looked horrible against the Celtics. The Celtics is just killing them yesterday, last night. But I think that they just cannot match up. I was talking to a guy the other day, and we were talking about before game 3. And I asked him, I said, you think that Dallas wins or you think that it's over? And he said, man, it's over. He said they're going to get swept. And I looked at him, I said, you know what, man, I kind of feel like they're going to win this game tonight. I think that they're going to be at home. I think they're going to win this game. He said, no, man, he said they're going to get swept. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to get swept. He said they just cannot match up against the Boston Celtics. He said they can't.
Hey, Jeff, guess what? Thomas Boykins, me and Thomas, we had this conversation, was it Memorial Day weekend or something?
Something like that.
Thomas told me right off the rip, he said they don't match up well against Boston. Thomas said they had a philosophy. He said Thomas gave us the numbers on how many points they won by and everything. Like you said, Jeff, what your boy said is correct, but Thomas called it out first. I thought Thomas was sitting up there and didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't think Thomas knew what he was talking about. I thought this was, look, Thomas said, this is the very first time that Thomas pitted numbers, and it is coming to fruition. You know what I mean? Thomas put the numbers out there.
Yeah, it's plain and simple. Yeah, Luka could get his, but when you're going 13 for 27, you're doing more damage than you are helping.
Well,
now, if you're going 15 to 20, if you're going 20 or 27, that's a whole nother ball game.
We're gonna see what happens, fellas. I think their only shot, man, is they gotta let Kyrie cook. Let him cook.
They better figure out how to create. They better figure out how to stop Brown.
Well, they ain't figured that out now. I think it's too late to try to figure that out. But if they try to stop Brown, they gotta stop Tatum. They gotta stop White. And they gotta stop Drew Holiday.
Both of them cooked last night. Both of them went for 30.
I think the Celtics would put their water boy in there. He'd go for about 10.
But
hey, question. Better Boston team, this one or the one with the 3-headed monster?
Man, 3-headed monster. 3-headed monster killed his team.
Are you talking about Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Rondo and them?
Wouldn't even be close. Wouldn't even be close.
The only
what you think, Thomas?
I think it would be an interesting series because number one, Porzingis is gonna make Kendrick Perkins play in the spot where he ain't used to playing.
Perkins gonna body that man.
But Perkins ain't gonna stop him from scoring. Because
Thomas.
Porzingis is gonna take Perk out in deep water and raining on his head. And then once he get the raining on his head, he's gonna take him to the rack.
Mr. Boykins. The only reason, I mean, who took out quote unquote to go? I mean, Boston did this. You're not gonna tell me you got Garnett, the truth, and all day Ray.
You already know when Rondo.
You
You already know.
This team
You
on this
already,
Boston team.
man,
They can do
listen.
this.
Preach, Mike Jones. Preach.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing you losing out on. Yeah, he's the truth. But yeah, he ain't gonna guard Brown or Tatum.
I think they could.
Paul
Nah.
Pierce. Oh, come
Nah.
on, Tom.
Nah.
Upset specialist.
Hey,
Nah.
could Brown guard? Could
Dude.
Brown guard the truth?
Answer me this question. Before Kevin Garnett got there to put him in position, who was he guarding and who was he stopping? Nobody. That dude couldn't stop running water through a bucket.
But guess what? Guess what? They stopped Kobe, Bean Bryant, and them Lakers.
Yeah, you know why?
And
You know why they stopped? You know why they made the Lakers' life hard? Because they had Kevin Garnett directing traffic on defense. And he had them sold in and playing defense. That's why they shut him down.
And he'll do it again.
Only with KG there. Other than that, he can't stop water, bro.
On the cool, I would take Boston Celtics with them three. I would take them against Golden State with Steph Curry and them. And Clay. And
I take them too.
Which team are you talking about? The first one that won the championship or the one with Durant?
It don't matter.
Look, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. It makes a difference when you add Durant in the mix. It makes a difference.
I could care less about Durant because, hey.
Okay.
What you think about it, Joe?
Man, give me the Boston Celtics.
Thank you.
It's just something about the old school basketball, man. I think that them guys would have did something. Now Curry would have got them. Curry would have put in about 50 on them.
Like I said,
right, but guess what? You got your
that's about all they would have had, though. That's about all they would have had.
I'm telling you this. If you're talking about them with Durant, it changes the whole scenario.
Well, that's what you're saying, Thomas. Let me tell you about what your philosophy is. And you say this all the time. You say this about Caitlin Clark. If somebody that got an offensive president can run at somebody and make them work on the defensive side, Steph Curry is gonna have to work. He got to work with Rajo. He got to work with all day Ray. I mean, I'm not getting where and Durant. You talk about Durant? Still,
now
man,
you're talking about a Durant that was in his prime back then. You're talking about a prime Durant.
Let me tell you, Kevin Garnett. Now, like you said, it depends. If we're playing it in 06 or we're playing it in 2014-15.
See what I'm saying? It makes a difference.
I guarantee you, Durant ain't gonna be running around acting like he all sweet and shooting them J's.
Dude, let me tell you
Garnett ain't having it.
No, what Garnett gonna have to realize is, number one, Durant don't need nobody to create a shot. Durant had handles. Keep in mind, Durant got handles. So he ain't got to necessarily be like, I'm going to run screen and roll. I'm going to cross you up, make you fall backwards, and I'm going to shoot over your head. Or I'm going to cross you up and take you to the rack.
And then also tell me, are you selling Paul Pierce short?
Man, I ain't never been a Paul Pierce fan ever in life.
Hey, Jones, sound like you're selling Paul Pierce short.
Man, you better watch out. The truth was that guy. The truth was that guy.
The truth was garbage.
No, anyway. Boston would trade any player but him.
Boston didn't get a championship until they brought a guy that made him sell out on defense. Until then, he wasn't winning anything. He wasn't winning anything.
He didn't have a great coach.
Dude, he got to have a great player to make him play defense. Because other than that, Paul Pierce didn't play no defense. When?
Hey, question, guy. When? Who was the head coach of the Boston Celtics that won that championship?
Doc Rivers.
Look, it took a minute.
Doc Rivers, absolutely. Another defensive-minded guy.
So, and is Doc Rivers considered a Hall of Fame coach?
I would say he is. To me.
I don't think so. I think that you could have put anybody on that team and coached that team.
Well, I'm going to put it to you this way. Who really coached that who really coached that team was Kevin Garnett. Say what you want.
Let me ask you a question, Tom. Who was on that Celtics squad that lost to them? I know Kobe was on there. Fisher.
Kobe,
Who else?
Paul Gasol. I think Fish came back for that. I think.
What Fox on that team?
Nah, Fox wasn't there.
So that wasn't
They have
the
Meta
original
World
team.
Peace. I think they still
Yeah.
have. I
So
think they
that
have
wasn't
Meta
that
World Peace back
team.
then.
That was not that team that had that little run back in the day, like 02 and 03 and stuff like that.
Nah, because when Kobe won his, he won them spaced out. Because they
So
beat
let me ask you a
Orlando and
question.
then they beat
Do you
Boston.
think? So do you think that championship was watered down with the Lakers?
I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna tell you straight up facts. And this is what I believe in, what a lot of basketball analysts believe. If Kendrick Perkins does not get hurt that series, LA does not win that series. Straight up.
Wow. Say again now.
The year that Boston lost to LA, if Kendrick.
No, I'm talking about. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that year that Boston kept the big three came in. Now you don't have the presence of the old squad. Do you think that the Lakers that lost to Boston, do you think that squad was watered down for the Lakers?
No. I think Kobe's mindset was wrong. If you ask me, Kobe's mind. Don't get me wrong. Love Kobe to death. He's number 2 on my list of all time. That's just me. I love Kobe. But his mindset was wrong. If you look at how he attacked Boston, he wanted to attack Boston, Kobe, 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 Kobe. That was it. You can't attack Boston, Kobe, 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 Kobe. You got to get everybody else involved. Got to. You had to make Paul Gasol give Perkins a problem. You had to put him in position to give Perkins a problem. They didn't never play Gasol to give Perkins a problem. Whereas if they'd have had Shaq, it'd have been a simple equation: dump the ball down, let him work. Same thing could have been done with Paul Gasol. Because what people forget is Paul Gasol was an offensive threat anyway.
Listen, Thomas, then they win a championship without Shaq with Kobe.
Yes, they did. They won 2 of them without Shaq.
So what are you talking about with Paul Gasol and all this stuff?
But go back and look at it. Paul Gasol was not a dominant factor in none of them series. He scored a little bit, but the dominant factor was Kobe. The dominant person was Kobe. Because Kobe wanted it to be about Kobe.
Well, who's the coach? Phil Jackson, right?
I do believe Phil was coaching both of those.
And guess what we're running in Phil Jackson offense? We're running triangle. So it is all about Kobe.
See? See?
I don't know. I honestly, Thomas, this is what I think. And Jeff, I'm gonna say this with that championship with Boston that year. And granted, it was the big three. I think to Thomas' credibility, I think the Lakers were watered down. That's just my opinion with that. I just don't think that was the same Lakers. If they could have had Shaq and all them other people, I don't know if the big three could have done it. My opinion.
Don't get me wrong. I don't take nothing from that squad, that Boston squad, because they played that year. That whole year, they dealt with people on a high level, dude. They dealt with people.
But when you had rather seen that, when you had rather seen that with Shaq, Kobe, Fisher, Fox, and all them playing against the Lakers.
Keep this in mind. They did go to a finals. The last time Shaq went to the finals with the Lakers, they got beat by the Pistons. They had Shaq and Kobe, and they added Gary Payton and Karl Malone, and they still didn't get it done. Number one, again, Kobe's mentality was wrong. Reason I say that, you're going to let Ben Wallace play Shaq mano-a-mano. And you don't dump the ball down every time to Shaq and make them change the defense.
I put an answer there. Here's the deal. Unless you are the Chicago Bulls, at some point, a dynasty does die. And that's what happened. Lakers died just to come up. You know, it is what it is. I just don't think.
Dude, still, if you're running an offensive set and you're the Los Angeles Lakers and you're going to play Shaq mano-a-mano with Ben Wallace, you're not going to dump the ball down to Shaq every time? Come on, man. Why am I going to take a 30-foot jump shot when I got a guy that's going to abuse a guy in the post and make you sag off? Basketball 101, brother.
Look like Mike thinking up under that hat. Mike thinking.
Hey, on the cool with that, having said that, go back to Portland when they played Shaq now, and Portland came back.
Absolutely.
Portland,
absolutely.
You know, the Lakers was not supposed to win that series. They was
no, they was not. No, they was not. No, they were not supposed to win that series at all. Period. Point blank.
All right.
I will say that 100% out of 100%. They were not supposed to beat Portland. Period. But here's the thing.
So my deal is, look, listen. So my deal is, who played in that championship? It was the Lakers against who? Was it the Pistons?
When the year they knocked out, the year that they were supposed to lose to Portland, they won the championship that year.
Really?
They won the championship that year. That was the year who they, because they didn't play Portland in the finals. They beat Portland to get to the finals. I think they won this championship that year.
Because that when Detroit come up on, like I said, that when Detroit come up on the scene.
But I know what the biggest thing that hurt Portland in Game 7 at home. The biggest thing that hurt them was free throws.
Yeah.
If you go back and look at this, I remember this well. At home, you go to the free throw line 40 times and make 15.
Who did that?
Portland. They went to the free throw line 40 times and made 15.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Hey, and on top, was Pippen on that team?
I do believe so. You talking about?
You got Pippen, Rasheed Wallace. You got
Arvydas
was no way.
Arvydas Sabonis. You talking about a team full of
dogs,
and you went 15 or 40 from the free throw line.
Thomas, I can't even shoot free throws. I probably could have hit 2 out of them 15.
Dude, if I go to the free throw line 3 times, I'm hitting at least 25 to 30.
Oh, Thomas is a great free throw shooter. Dude,
if 25 to 30, if you send me 40 times, come on, bro.
Thomas is a 98% free throw shooter.
I think I can hit at least 15, 20 of them. At least 15, 20 of them.
Pressure bust.
If I go to the free throw line 40 times, I guarantee you I'm going to make more than 15. I guarantee it.
Thomas, listen what you're saying, though. Who is going to the free throw line, though?
Dude. Every guy that was at least a 70% free throw shooter. At least.
Well, if you got a center to go into your line that don't shoot good,
Sabonis shoots 80% from the free throw line.
Yeah, right.
Pippen shoots at least 80% from the free throw line.
They just look. Do you think they got paid off?
What my brother said, point shaving.
God, like Thomas said, it don't make sense. That series don't make sense. LA
Now, you know
goes
who
to
else
the
they was?
finals.
You know who else wasn't? You know who else the Lakers wasn't supposed to be?
Do that.
They weren't supposed to be Sacramento either.
No. Exactly, man. Hey, boy, no. And my boy was on that team. Depp was on that team. That was we talking about Chris Webber now?
There was no way that they were supposed to win that series.
You talking about with Chris Webber on that team? That's the one you talking about?
The one where they Vlade Divac tapped the ball out, knocked the ball out,
Yeah.
and Robert Horry hit that winner to send it to Game 7.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. See, that's where hey, Jeff, there were sometimes that's why I used to have a little like how boxing used to be, man. I'm like, man, this thing rigged or what? Sacramento was supposed to be winning that championship.
Hey,
Sacramento
man, I think
hates the team.
it's like this, Mike Jones. If Vlade Divac grabs that rebound instead of swatting it out, the series is over in 6. They win 4-2. If he grabs the rebound, they win 4-2.
That was a championship team. I mean, could nobody stop Sacramento, man? I mean, it was impossible. But the Lakers said come up with some old fluke type stuff. I know that's your team, Tom, but they come with some fluke.
Oh, I already know that sometimes Lady Luck smile on you when it's time to smile.
It was old lady. Look, I think it was pictured like this.
Understand this. You're talking about Vlade Divac, the king of flop that didn't really believe in grabbing rebounds. He wanted to make plays.
You talking about he was the first to do it before LeBron James?
Yeah, that's why we called him Floppy Divac.
Hey guys, this is what I'm finally realizing. If our numbers is not up, guess what? Whenever we talk about LeBron James, we gotta stop talking about LeBron James.
Man,
y'all know what? Speaking of flopping, in last night's game.
Oh, tell him again, Jay. Tell him again, Jay.
My goodness, man, Luka. I'm looking at this guy like, really, man, really.
What Luke do,
Really?
man? What Luke do? I didn't see it.
Flop, wasn't nobody
man.
touching him, flopping.
Look, not only did he did it once, he did it twice.
He shoot the ball, trying to draw the foul. He falling all out like he done got touched. And then
But don't they give like a technical for that?
now they weren't doing that, but man, I'm just saying he's falling off. He's shooting he's shooting a three-pointer. Ain't nobody touch him. He fall down like he got fouled. He looking all at the ref like somebody call a foul. Somebody call a foul. Man, Boston go down. It's 5-on-4 because Luka laid out on the floor.
Right.
Begging the rest for a call.
They get the bucket because he crying.
Oh my goodness, man. It was sad to see, man.
Man, see, this is what this league is coming to. These all-stars that we put into the all-star game, that's what they do.
Man.
You know, certain players don't do it, but Luke is he's a comedian anyway. When he hit his shot, guess what he's doing? He is, he's funny. I like Luke though. I like
him.
Luka talk
last night,
trash.
I didn't like him.
Look, Luka talk a lot of trash until he getting dealt with. Then
he got dealt with.
He's getting dealt with. He down 3-0. Come on, man. And you ain't stopping nobody.
Hey, guys, on the prediction level, Dallas comes out in this next game. I think Dallas sit and probably win by 15 or less.
Stop.
Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
I think Kyrie. I think you got 3 guys sitting be very productive in this game.
Mike Jones.
Give me your prediction, Thomas.
Mike Jones. The Dallas Mavericks are going to get beat by at least 25.
Okay. So, Double J, what you got?
I think it's going to be closer than 25. I think it'll be more like 10, 12. I got Boston winning game 4 and the championship by about 10 or 12.
Okay, or here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. I think I might be able to see you guys in the next couple of weeks. And if I'm choosing right, man, y'all gonna have to eat some humble pie. You gonna have to eat something.
Mike, get your apology speech ready.
Hey, 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 get your lemon meringue pie ready to put
Oh,
your
hey, shit, I lose on purpose. I would lose on purpose. Just walnuts. Who like walnuts?
Get
Nobody.
ready. Hey,
Yeah.
fellas, let's turn our attention, man, to some WNBA. Well, actually, USA Olympic women's basketball team. This week, Caitlin Clark, as they say, was snubbed from the USA women's basketball team, the Olympic basketball team. And the reason being is they said it was her inexperience. They said that they were trying to build a team that would be capable of winning. And that's the goal here is to win. So, fellas, when we look at this, do you think she was snubbed or should she have been considered for this team?
I think she would have been well worth taking because number one, not only does Caitlin Clark score, she incorporates everybody else in the offense. Everybody's so concentrated on her being a scorer that they forget she's a facilitator. So, yeah, I think she kind of got snubbed a little bit because all the hype in the WNBA. Oh, let's just beat up on Caitlin Clark. Oh, let's just do this to Caitlin Clark, dude. If that don't speak volumes, what does? If you're just going to keep your whole defense to stopping Caitlin Clark, what does that say about Caitlin Clark? Come on, you sending a clear cut message that Caitlin Clark is that good to where I gotta beat her up, I gotta foul her, I gotta make her do this, I gotta make the defense do this just for Caitlin Clark. That's telling you that she's that caliber ball player. Don't care how you slice it, don't care how you cut it. The ladies that they put on this all-star squad, don't get me wrong, they play. And they're pretty good players. But don't you think that eventually youth is going to be needed, especially in tight games where you're going to need legs, and Caitlin Clark is the fresher legs of the bunch? Come on, man. You got to put her on the squad, even though I know she needs a break because she's gone basically straight from college to the WNBA. Legs ain't really resting. So for her, kind of sort of it's a blessing. Because now after the WNBA season, now I get to take a break and let my legs rest. So that the next WNBA season I come in, I'm coming in fresh legs, and it's gonna make a whale of a difference. Because I guarantee you she's gonna work on some stamina and some strength and some more shot range and some more tough shot making. That girl's basketball DNA is undeniable. I'm telling you. They should have picked her up. What you got on it, MJ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thomas, I'm going to pick it back off of what you said, but one thing I want to say, I think that the Olympic selection crew made a mistake. Don Staley was on that selection crew as well. So she kind of understand she definitely know what she see in Caitlin Clark. The thing about it is this, man. If you put Kaylin on this team and you took one other player, so I'm hearing like a couple people talking about, well, who you gonna take off this team? This team has been winning goals since like '91. You probably could put me on this team, and they still gonna win gold. So here's the deal: is these women have got to stop crying Respect us. Respect our gangsters. Dude, y'all saying you put Caitlin Clark on this team, everybody gonna feast. Everybody's gonna eat. Everybody's gonna sit. The country is looking at America. We set the standard. So you take Caitlin, you don't put her on the team, and like me and Thomas talking, the dream team put Mr. Dude from Duke.
Leitner.
Christian Lake.
Christian
Yeah.
Leitner.
Christian Leitner. They put him on that team. And they left out some great quality players on that team. So these women sit up here to my, we trying to win the gold. We trying to win the gold. You're gonna win this gold regardless. This thing is much more deeper than what y'all are trying to put. Y'all keep on saying, listen, these women keep on thinking that it's all about their talent and skill, that people don't watch the game. Okay, guess what? Keep on doing it. Las Vegas Aces. Keep doing. You probably got the best player in the world, in America. I mean, in the world. But keep shunning Caitlin Clark and see where this league is gonna go. You better see and wake up. Like people talking about, we don't want to be woke. It's time to wake up.
Right.
You know, wake up.
Right.
Put that girl on that team, regardless of her color. And listen, it ain't just Caitlin. Man, you got the Sky, man. They got them two girls. You got the Sparks. This crew that has come in this year, it shouldn't be all around about Caitlin, but man, you got to build around this recruiting class. This is like this recruiting class that had like Jordan and all these other cats. This is where you build off and then you take this thing to another level. These old hags, these old women, excuse me for my language, Brittany Grant and all them cats, Taras and them, man, y'all play some good ball in your day. You're good. Caitlin Clark is the new deal, and y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. I'm glad Caitlin was not picked on that team. For the simple fact, them girls was gonna sit and treat her so dirty. They was gonna do her any kind of way. And the focal point would have been about Caitlin. So the deal is, I'm glad that they didn't put her on this team. Because you know what? Them some haters. They some haters. And you know, yeah, they're gonna get that gold. They're gonna get that gold medal. They're gonna come back to that $12,000 a year, whatever they play for. And Caitlin sit up there with $34 million in her pocket. You know, at the end of the day, that's what's up, Jeff.
Well, 4 Las Vegas Aces were chosen for this women's basketball team, the U.S. women's basketball team. And let me tell you something, guys. And I hear what you guys think about this. I don't think the committee was wrong. I really don't. I mean, because if they want the best shot at winning, I think they pick the experienced players and the proven players. And that's why when you look at this, that's why I say I think they made the right choice.
Yeah. Like I said, they probably could put me, you, and Thomas on that Olympic squad, and they still gonna win this gold. I don't think
they're gonna definitely win the gold.
Yeah, I don't see. It's to me, you gotta sit and if you, as a business owner, you gotta sit and think outside the box. To me, you're not thinking outside the box for women basketball overall. I think you sit up. Yeah, I mean, them players are way better than Caitlin, but that's not the point. The point is, you sit up here, you got to market. It's about marketing. And I know the women get caught up in their feelings. You know, they get caught. That's the thing. A woman is gonna get caught up in her feelings. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I hope I don't get no backlash on this. I hope the show don't. Well, women do get caught up in their feelings. The deal is, when you bring Caitlin Clark in it, I mean, I think it grows women basketball. I think it grows to international basketball. What you think about it, Thomas?
Yes, sir. I 100% agree. Number one, like I said in previous comments, Caitlin Clark is not just a scorer; she's a facilitator. everybody's not geared to be a facilitator and score at the same time. So they're basing their picks based off of, okay, the Aces just won a back-to-back championship, right? So you're trying to tell me that there's no other good players in the WNBA other than what's on the Aces?
Well, there's a lot of good players. There's a lot of good players.
My point exactly. So why base everything off of one squad when you got a league full of them?
Well, listen. My thing is, I don't. As far as what Jeff's argument is, I don't think there's, it's about the Aces or whatever. It's more about Caitlin Clark, and I just think that if you're trying to grow the WNBA and you're trying to grow America, sets the standard. If we've been winning gold since '91, we set the standard. You bring our Caitlin Clark in, shoot, that could grow international. That could benefit not only just the USA, that could benefit Italy, that could benefit South Africa, that could benefit so many countries with this girl that now is the new Jordan of the league.
In the words of in the words of my man Jeff Jones, we'll see what happens.
Oh, they're definitely gonna win. But then if you look at it that way from y'all perspective, then okay, what about an Angel Reese? What about Aaliyah Boston? But
exactly.
There's you see what I'm saying? There's so much talent. That's the point. And they felt like they picked the experienced players who were going to help them win this championship. And that's what they did. And that's the reason why. And I think that
Jones, Jeff, I keep saying this. You keep talking about Lena Boston and all, okay? That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about marketing.
Marketing. I get you. I get you on that, bro. I get you. But
ain't nobody better than what's going on with the Aces. There's nobody better than Boston and them. But that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to sit and get this women basketball on another level.
Trying to build
I think it's already.
So if you talk about winning a goal,
I
think you sacrifice.
And I think it's already on another level. I think it's already on another level with the addition of this draft class, not just Caitlin Clark, but with the addition of this draft class, that this has put women's basketball on another level.
Absolutely.
Now, hey, here's the deal, guy. So you got Caitlin Clark right now. I think you said you hype her up. You would have put her on that team. Then guess what? Next year, guess who coming out? Juju, right? Juju's gonna come out. Another superstar. Boy, then you start stacking. I think this was the year for a platform to where you start stacking and players start getting. Look, if Kaylin got paid, Juju's not finna get paid. That's how it works, man. That's marketing. That's business.
But experience. You gotta look at
Ain't nobody cares about experience no more with that game. How many times you watched a WNBA game, man?
Mike Jones.
Who won the championship 7 years ago?
Listen, we talking about the WNBA, not just the WNBA, but we talking about the women USA championship basketball team, rather. We talking about the USA women's basketball team. And listen, these women are playing women that are professionals that have been playing basketball a long time. And if you throw a rookie in the mix, then I think that you setting yourself up for failure. And I get where they were going when they said that they were going to leave her off.
You know what? I could take a South Carolina team and probably run through that.
You know what? I think there'll be a lot of teams, but there are some teams out there that probably might get them.
That's like I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let my point speak for itself. This goes back to when they had to make the redeem team. Why? You had a team full of studs, but you got a bronze medal. Let that
These
marinate.
these women gonna
And that's
win.
higher caliber, caliber talent.
These women gonna win. These women gonna win. I promise you.
Hey, I'm gonna
Ain't
say this
nobody
too.
stopping Aja Wilson.
Listen. I agree with Tom was saying, but guess what? And then this is another debate for another day. Do people really care more about the men? Because I'm gonna tell you, yeah, you can't sit up there and take a dude that's like a Caitlin Clark coming into a men's game like that and just throw him on the team. Because America cares more about the men's side of the ball. Do people really care about women basketball like that? Brandon came. Will they just accept their loss and be cool with it? You know what I'm saying? I think America might would be cool if they lost the game. But Kayla said and did her thing. I'm just saying that's
My
my
thing
opinion.
is this: did they give a list of alternates? Because
Yeah,
injuries
Kayla
happen.
is the number one alternate.
She's an alternate.
She is the number one alternate.
Okay. In the words of my wife, okay.
Hey, so here's the deal. So you got Gray that's sitting coming off an injury. They don't know if she's gonna be able to play some way or another. Someone's gonna tell me that
Caitlin's gonna
Kayla
wind up
Clark is
playing.
gonna
I'm
be on
telling you.
this team.
Yeah, Caitlin's gonna wind up making the squad. Watch what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Watch what I'm telling you.
Jeff, do you agree?
It's possible. It's
Nah,
possible.
I think it's more than possible. I think with the media, with the flag, some way or another, this girl Gray is not gonna be able to go.
And then they're gonna wind up having to put Caitlin Clark on the squad, and then everybody
On
gonna
the
be in the
squad.
uproar, and they still gonna win a gold medal. And Caitlin Clark is gonna perform at a high level, and they ain't gonna have nothing but good things to say, because that's how it always works.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas Boykins.
It's just
All
the
right,
way it
fellas.
is.
Let's turn our attention to our last bit of business. Some
Hey, high
sad
five me, Thomas. Ah,
some sad news took place. Jerry
Man,
West.
man,
Jerry West, the logo. The logo passed away.
man, wee.
And fellas, when we look at Jerry West, they said he passed away peacefully. When we look at Jerry West, fellas, what do you think about what he brought to the game, what he brought to the NBA?
Man, he was a game changer. Jerry West was a one of a kind ball player. If you sit back, as you say, look at the tape, check the tape. That dude was a phenomenal basketball player, and even more so, what everybody slept on. Jerry West was a great executive
Yes, sir.
for the Los Angeles Lakers and others. He was a great executive to run your business. That's saying something about your legacy or what you're leaving behind and what you've done to create things around you to go smoothly. It's a bad loss. Jerry West was a one of a kind guy and was a one of a kind basketball player. So we lost truly an icon. Like you said, the NBA logo was all Jerry West. So basically, we lost an icon, and it's real sad. But hopefully, if his soul's right, he's going on to better places. So, what you got on it, Mike J?
yeah, man. I'm gonna sit and say this, man. You know, people sometimes get caught up in saying a loss of life is a sad day. I look at it different, man. I think it's a great day. I think, man, this is the day he's probably been. Whenever he sent passed away, it was an awesome day for him. It was an awesome day for every organization that had him. The Memphis Grizzlies had him when we had like a nice little run with Zebo and all them cats. You know, man, hey, I don't look at it as sad, man. I don't look at loss of life being sad when it comes down to stuff like this. Man, I try to tell people, man, we talk about the GOAT and all this other stuff, man. watch some of those Los Angeles games from the beginning, from the tip to the end at the buzzer, you'll see exactly how good this dude was. Man, he was a phenom. He was awesome. He was a prolific scorer. I mean, I seen watch him, man. Like we talk about like what Michael Jordan used to do, come down and just take the game over, possession after possession. I watched, hey, he come down possession after possession and just score. You know what I'm saying? They might have lost the game, but man, but sure. And he was a Laker. Man, this dude, like you said, Tommy, he had the logo. This guy right here, it's the NBA. This is why we love the game. You know what I'm saying? And I cannot be so more happier for this gentleman. He done moved on. God bless you, brother. I'm coming to join you one day. All I gotta say about him.
All right, fellas. It's been a real one. We talked about it. Till the next time, it's 234 Sports Talk. You can catch us right here on YouTube. You can catch us on TikTok. You can catch us on Instagram. You can catch us on X. Want to hear from you. Want you to like. Want you to comment. Want you to subscribe. Until the next time, we are out. Peace.
Peace.
Deuces.